Hey guys, what's up? This is Disneyland Lover here again. And I'm continuing my Goofy movie DVD. A Goofy movie from the Walt Disney Gold Classic Collection. So, tonight we're going to be doing the Goofy movie DVD Storybook. I gave you the trivia game last night, so I'm going to go ahead and pop in my DVD and show you the Goofy Movie DVD Storybook feature. I'll give you the two versions of it. Yep, it's on DVD player. Yes. Pop this open. Okay. DVD's inserted. Okay. Gonna close this up. Go to my DVD option. Okay. I'm gonna go to the bonus material. Go to the Goofy Movie DVD Storybook. Gonna click on that. Alright, for the Goofy Movie DVD Storybook, you have two options. You got two options right here. You can have the story read to you, or you can read the story by yourself. I'm gonna go to the read the story by yourself. I'm gonna show you what that does. Alright, this is the front cover of Goofy and Max's photo album with the fancy decorative border around it, and it says photo album. And that picture is taken from a Goofy movie that nobody else but you seen. And the background is blue, and it does say photo album. It's the golden text from the Polar Express movie that they put on this DVD, Disney DVD. Oh, and if you look on the bottom, you'll see the main menu for the suitcase, the blue suitcase by the way, and Goofy's yellow AMC pacer wagon going forward for next. That's to start the story. And the blue suitcase is the bonus material menu. That's the blue suitcase with the blue stripes and the blue handle. I'm gonna go through this really quick so I won't waste any time on it. So I'm gonna be moving on. Goofy holding his Goofy name for the little trapezoid. And Goofy's name is spelled with 5 letters as the name in Bingo. Bingo. But it's Goofy. But it's Goofy. That's Goofy. Oh, and Goofy's AMC yellow pacer wagon going to the left side. That means you can go back to the previous page that you were on. Just to give you a little heads up on that, so I'm gonna go forward. And these are pictures taken from a Goofy movie. The first photo is Max waking up from his weird dream. And Max is on the Disney's House of Mouse series too, as the valet parking attendant. Alright, let me go forward. There's Goofy holding a vacuum nozzle with a green towel on his body and a pink towel wrapped as a turban around his head and ears. Oh, little Max's biohazard picture poster on his door right there. That's funny. Anyway, that's my favorite Disney character right there, Goofy. Goofy looks really cute. By the way, in those towels wrapped around him, that's because Goofy has taken a shower. It's part of his hygiene life for him. He wants to be clean and smelling good. Anyway, moving on. Goofy's son Max in his teenage clothes right there, teenager clothes. Max rushing to leave, but just before he does, he sees his dad suck up his power line cutout. Anyway, I'm moving on. Another picture taken from the movie. Goofy giving his son his lunch because he almost forgot it. I like Goofy in that picture too. A picture of 3 Disney dogs laughing at Max. Because Max was worried as his classmates went by because he was really worried. They're all riding on their skateboards right there. I think the background image with those Disney dogs right there is Spoonerville, I think, from the Disney Toon Afternoon Disney series Goof Troop, I think. Anyway, moving on. Moving on. Goofy smiling nervously just before Aaron Lohar voices Max's singing voice. As you can see in the black text on the storybook, it says Maxie the Geek and Goof of the Week. Because, as it says in the song, no more Maxie the Geek, no more Goof of the Week like before. That's what Goofy's son sings in the After Today musical number. Now I'm moving on. There's Roxanne walking by. She's holding her school books. Right there, the pink and green one. And Max has a secret crush on Roxanne. She has that beautiful hair right there. And she's a dog, I think. I can see her dog ears. I'm gonna go on. There's Max's best friends, PJ and Bobby. PJ is voiced by Rob Paulson. And on the left side there, Bobby is a white dog. We can see his ears. I think Bobby is one of the cool kids in Max's high school right there. Just before they move on to college, they finish their last day in high school. Okay, I'm gonna move on. There's also white text in the storybook as well. Max dresses Powerline right there. There's the audience in the gym. Max dresses Powerline, singing the next musical number, Stand Out. There's Principal Mazer removing Max's Powerline shades. Principal Mazer is voiced by Wallace Shawn, who also did Rex the Dinosaur in Toy Story. Check that movie out on Disney Plus as part of the Toy Story franchise. Max was really a goof in that one. And also, he got in big trouble along with his friends. Gonna go on. Roxanne looking shyly at Max. Max's head down, and he was a failure and a complete loser on that. I do Roxanne's voice on the thing right here. I say I say that phrase. I'll give you that phrase in a few minutes, you guys, when I do the storybook read to you option. Anyway, I'm gonna go through the storybook very quickly. Anyway, this is Max talking to Roxanne about going to the party with him. Principal Mazer's eyes looking red like that too. Principal Mazer calls Goofy at his workplace to inform him that his son Max is in big trouble. But Goofy thought he was hurt at first because I, I think someone might have pushed him, but he didn't get hurt. He just got in big trouble. Alright, I'm moving on. I'll give you a sample reading of the book on the next page after I show you the next one. This is my favorite picture. I did this picture long ago back when I was at my old house. I think it was pretty nice, by the way. Goofy all dressed up in his work attire as a baby photographer doing snapshots of the little kids and little toddlers and babies as well. That's because Goofy's job is a baby photographer in this movie. I think he looks really handsome, by the way, in his tie and his white shirt. And his green pants as well, because Goofy has a sense for fashion. Anyway, getting back to the story. Sorry guys, I keep going off because these thoughts keep running in my head. say, I think I might have an idea on this, so I'm gonna go for the story again, but I'm gonna do it with my favorite track from the Jumpstart series from Knowledge Adventure, just to go for the book faster. But I'm going to explain the book first on how it works. Anyway, this is Goofy looking worried that his Max is gonna end up in the electrical chair. What's Goofy gonna do? What's a goof to do with him? Alright, this is the scene change, but this doesn't happen in the movie. It happens when Goofy picks up a little bobblehead dog in aisle number 3 or 5, I think. But this is the snapshot of Goofy doing his little baby-like noises to the baby dog Kimmy when he's holding a rubber duck in his hand. So I'll give you a sample reading of the book right here. Kind of get closer to my camera. Alright. I'm gonna give you a sample reading of this. Then Goofy had an idea about how to strengthen their father and son bond. He decided to take Max on a fishing trip to Lake Destiny. Because Goofy has a brilliant idea for his son not to wind up in the prison. He's going to take Max on a fishing trip to Lake Destiny. Because you all know Goofy. He loves to fish. You all know Goofy. He really loves to fish. Anyway, moving on. Bobby takes the school bus home, but Max walks home. He's a little different than the other students. Max is on top of the world. You know what that means. Max is sitting on top of the world. That was a famous song from a famous radio show, but I'm not going to mention the name. Anyway, Max is on top of the world with his performance the other students loved. Max is sitting on top of the world until he gets home. I like Max doing the high fives for the students right there. Anyway, I'm gonna be moving on. This is my favorite part of the storybook because a Disney Channel original series, Liv and Maddie have a Rooney on every one of their episodes. Like, for example, Switch a Rooney or Boyfriend a Rooney or Slumber Party a Rooney. Well, this Goofy movie has the same thing. It says Pal a Rooney. That's what Goofy says when he loads up the car with his stuff for the fishing trip. Goofy and his fishing rubber leader hosing right there. Gonna be moving on. And yes, Goofy drives the car, and he has the safety belt on. Stopping by Roxanne's house. Goofy says Maxie boy in that part. Max explaining his surprise vacation to Roxanne. Just gonna zoom through the story very quick so I won't waste any time. Roxanne and Max together going to kiss because Roxanne kisses Max before he leaves. Max in a deep sludge. Max bored stiff in Goofy's car. Goofy picking up a tent and rolling out a sleeping bag. Max's friend's PJ's deluxe RV. That's a recreational vehicle. If you guys had a recreational vehicle like that, you would be amazed. Max and PJ shaking hands. Goofy teaching Max how to do the perfect cast throw. Bigfoot roaring in Goofy and Max's face. That was a funny scene because Goofy was freaked out on that. Hey, zoom for the book. Bigfoot chasing Goofy and Max. Bigfoot chasing Goofy and Max back to their campsite. Roaring and snarling. That's a funny Disney character, by the way. Goofy and Max trapped in their car with Bigfoot. Max looking at the map that sprang out from the dashboard from Goofy's car. Alright. Max drawing a new route on the map would take them to Los Angeles. Goofy and Max at a cafe, getting some breakfast. Some people would do that when they go on vacation as well. Getting some eggs and bacon and short stack of pancakes. That's what Goofy ordered. And a cup with some coffee in it. I think it was some Starbucks coffee, I think. Anyway, Goofy and Max having breakfast at a local cafe. Goofy got some short stack of pancakes and some coffee, which I would love to get if I was Goofy. And Max got a little bit of eggs and a little bit of strip of bacon doing a smiling face. He also got a cup of water too. I wouldn't get that because it's like a boring breakfast. But a short stack of pancakes and coffee for Goofy? Mmm. Now that's my favorite kind of food. Goofy and Max changing the tire on Goofy's AMC Pacer wagon. It's a good thing they had spare tires in the trunk of Goofy's car. Otherwise, they wouldn't go on the road with the tires. This is the Neptunian scene where Goofy and Max are staying, as well as Pete and his son PJ. This scene reminds me of the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. Like I said before, in the Goofy movie Disney DVD trivia game I showed you last night, so gonna be moving on to the next page right here in the storybook. By the way, you guys, I would think of a Disneyland hotel resort of having nice rooms and everything. There's this one short that Goofy goes on vacation at the Walt Disney Resort. It's called The Art of Vacations. I'm going to show you that in another video sometime on my Disneyland Lover YouTube channel. But this video is not until then, so stay tuned for that video up to come on my Disneyland Lover YouTube channel as well as the other stuff. Anyway, moving on. Sorry I had to do that, guys. Stupid housemate I told you in my last videos. That stupid guy. He's really stupid, by the way, so don't tell anyone about it. Anyway, getting back to the DVD storybook. Pete's listening in on Max and PJ's conversation. That's eavesdropping, you guys, and spying. Pete can't do that. That's cheating on them. Anyway, moving on. Pete and Goofy in the hot tub. I like this scene where Goofy heads for the hot tub and relaxes with his friend Pete. Moving on. Max worried about choosing the right location. Los Angeles or California, where Disneyland is located in Anaheim, California, because Disneyland is located in Anaheim, California. How to do that? Guys, I just had to do that. Anyway, Max looking worried for the right location to choose. North or east? Idaho or California? Anyway, moving on. Max relieved that he chose Los Angeles, California. And Goofy doing his little Kingdom Hearts look right there. Goofy is now heartbroken and angry. I wouldn't get Goofy angry if I chose the right location. Goofy ignoring his son Max. I would say this to Goofy if I ever saw him. I would say, Goofy, don't turn your back. That's not the dog I know. Or, that's not the friend I know. Don't ignore your son Max, Goofy. Anyway, Goofy's not listening to his son Max in this picture. Max kicking the car tire. because he was frustrated. Goofy and Max chasing the runaway car. Because Goofy says to his son Max, "What? Now you want to drive too?" I think of Goofy's saying like that if he chose a person to drive a roadster too. Anyway, I'm moving on. Goofy and Max sitting on top of Goofy's car, which fell into the river. This is the Nobody Else But You musical number. Goofy talking to his son Max right there, just before they go over the waterfall. Because, Goofy, he hates waterfalls. He has a sign of phobia on waterfalls. Anyway, I'm moving on. Goofy and Max hid in instrument cases so they wouldn't be spotted. Goofy's legs crossed like that in the guitar case. Max was hidden in a circle drum case. That's Powerline's electric contraption that Goofy gets trapped in. It begins to rise and all that stuff. Goofy finds him on stage right beside Powerline. Goofy doesn't know what to do, but Max remembers the perfect cast and Goofy dances to it. He shouts, "Hey Dad, do the perfect cast." Goofy dances the perfect cast with Powerline, and then Max joins in the dance. Goofy and Powerline dancing. Goofy also dances in other Disney movies too, but Goofy's dance in the Goofy movie is really cool. Max excited, dancing on TV, and Bobby seeing his friend Max on the TV screen. Max is back home in his hometown Spoonerville, telling Roxanne the whole true story about his big lie that he told Roxanne earlier in the movie. Goofy talking to Roxanne, and they have a romantic time together. And if they wanted to do something tonight, but Max denied it. Because Goofy had some plans with Max already. Because Max said in the movie, I'm doing some with my dad. And that's what he told Roxanne. Moving on, there's 3 more pages left of this story. Goofy's car exploding like that. That was a really funny scene. Goofy's brown shoes right there. It's like the audience is saying, hey, where's Goofy gone? Goofy wasn't really gone because he just disappeared like Disney magic on the screen here, because Disney has a magical touch to their Disney DVDs. When the car exploded, when Goofy's car exploded, you guys, Goofy just disappeared like Disney magic. Then Goofy crashes through Roxanne's porch, waving hello. To Roxanne for the first time. They never got a chance to meet. And then Max says this to Roxanne proudly. He introduces her to his dad, Goofy. He says this, Roxanne, I'd like you to meet my dad. Because Max introduces Roxanne to his dad. Alright guys, I'm at 55 minutes on my video right here, so I'm gonna go to the story read to you option, and I'll be back for the second option for a Goofy movie right after I get my storybook by yourself option set up again for the run through of the storybook all the way through without the commentary. So I'll be back for that in a few moments, you guys. Anyway, please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel as soon as you possibly can, and I'll be back in a few moments. So stay tuned for the run through of the photo album storybook reading by yourself option in a few minutes. See you guys then.